If you are buying a rental property in Detroit, I am going to share something very important that you need to ask about before you buy the property, and it is concerning the Certificate of Compliance. In Detroit, we call it the CFC. I'm Monique Burns. My husband Pat and I have been buying houses since 2007. We have our own buy and holds. We had a property management company for a while, and what we're doing right now is we buy distressed properties, we renovate them, and we sell them to investors from all over the country and all over the world. If you want to talk to me about doing a project together like that, set up a time on Calendly and give me a call. I also am matching buyers and sellers. I have sellers that have properties in Detroit, and I have buyers looking for properties. So if you're either of those, you could also just email me. What even is a Certificate of Compliance, or CFC? That is the form that you need from the city of Detroit that you are compliant as a rental. You're allowed to be a landlord. This is a rental property. It is valid for 3 years, which is important. And if you renew it before the end of that 3 years, they give you a little bonus and they don't make you do it again for another 5 years. And in order to get the certificate of compliance, there are 2 things that you need to do. You need to register your house, and you need to pass a 15-point inspection. It's not a bad inspection. I'll give you a link below if you want to know what's in that 15-point inspection. So the question, if you are buying a Detroit rental property, is, does this house have a certificate of compliance? And if it does, remember, it lasts for 3 years. Wait. If you are enjoying this video, please give me a subscribe. Every Saturday, I post new content that is helpful to you to do a great job in Detroit. So the question is, does that certificate of compliance go with the house or does it go with the owner? And it's kind of both. The answer to that is kind of both. On the website, BSeed has a website. BSeed is where we go to get these inspections. On their website, it says you have to have a new certificate of compliance for every time you buy a house. That's not exact. It reads that way. But here's the reality. If you buy a house and it already has a certificate of compliance, all you need to do is register, which I call that turning yourself in. So what happens though if it doesn't have a certificate of compliance? First of all, most of the houses in Detroit do not have a certificate of compliance. This is not necessarily a red flag that you're buying a bad house. It's just the way it is in Detroit. I've heard the city admit that only like 5 to 10% of the landlords are even getting the certificate of compliance. And they were missing some federal money. So they said, well, let's make it easier. And that's when they came out with the 15-point inspection. And they did away with this other step that we used to have to do, which was get lead paint inspection, which was a $500 inspection. So they've done away with that, hoping they get more people. And the word is, once they get us all turned in, once they know where we all are, that then it might go to a more difficult inspection. So it behooves you to go ahead and get it while it's still the 15-point inspection. And the reason that you need to have this is 2 big reasons. If you don't have it, the city, I swear they're looking to see who owns the houses. Like if it's owned in an LLC, they're like, oh, that must be someone we can get money from. And they will give you tickets for not having the house registered. You get a ticket just to not register it, which is free. You just go online and you register it. I'll give you the link here where you can go do that registration. So they have tickets for that. Then they have another ticket for not getting it certified. And then they figure out that you're a landlord. And they're like, cool, we're going to get money from them. And they find other ways to ticket you. I've made a lot of videos about Blight tickets. So I'll link that below too. But here's a sample of one of my Blight ticket videos. The other really important reason that you need the certificate of compliance, hopefully you buy a house that has a good tenant in it, but sometimes you don't, and you need to evict that tenant. There are judges in Detroit that will not let you evict until you get that certificate of compliance. The judges don't seem to all agree on this, but you can't risk getting the judges that are making you get that certificate of compliance. Then you're stuck with the tenant waiting to get it city inspected, and you think that tenant's letting the inspector in at that point while you're evicting them? I don't think so. Before you buy a house, ask, does it have a certificate of compliance? When does it end? Because you don't want to miss that. And there is a website where you can look it up, but the thing is about this website, it's not that current. I've heard that there's like a lag time from when somebody gets a certificate of compliance to when it makes it online. I would ask for a copy of the certificate of compliance, because on that certificate of compliance is the date expires, and you want to schedule ahead to make sure you go get the 15-point inspection again, so you get that 5-year gap before another inspection. Be sure to check out the rest of my videos about due diligence. As a special bonus item, I have a video of my husband who is doing his $250 investor walkthrough to determine if this investor should buy this house or not. And this particular house, the investor did buy it, and it has a certificate of compliance. And that was part of the reason why the investor bought it, was because he knew it already had everything done that the city needed, and it saved him money on hiring an inspector that goes through every little crazy little detail. This was an investor walkthrough inspection. So check it out.
All right, here we are at 18700 McCormick. Nice sized living room. Hardwood floors, very nice. Dining area. Kitchen, ceramic tile floor. New windows, newer windows. New blinds, new lights, new cabinets. Granite countertop, stainless steel sink. Bedroom 1. Same thing in here. All new paint, blinds, newer windows. Smoke and carbon's in place. Lights. There we go. Bedroom 2. Bathroom. The famous yellow tile surround. Tub looks good, vanity's good, toilet, old school floor looks good, shape. Closet. Another closet. Good. Doors are in good shape. Basement. Electrical panel is updated. A little rusty, but the breakers are all new and new furnace, new water heater. Just need a water meter installed. And that's it, 18700 McCormick. Nice 2-bedroom brick. Utility sink, PEX plumbing's been redone. Kitchen's very nice. All right, that's it.